Most people will work for 40 years and end up with almost nothing. Not because they were lazy, not because they were unlucky, because nobody told them about a quiet little account that's been sitting in the tax code since 1997, perfectly legal, completely overlooked, and capable of making an ordinary person genuinely wealthy by the time they're old. This is the story of how that account works and why the people who understand it earliest almost always end up fine, and why the people who don't almost never do. It starts with a simple idea. The government taxes money. That's not a secret. Every dollar earned gets touched. Income tax, payroll tax, capital gains tax. The system is built to take a cut at every turn. But buried inside the tax code, there is a gap. A legal loophole that was never really a loophole. It was a design. Senator William Roth put his name on it. A retirement account where you put in money that's already been taxed, let it grow for decades, and then pull it out completely tax-free. No bill at the end, no government cut, nothing. When it passed, most Americans ignored it. A 22-year-old working a restaurant job in 1998 heard about it from a coworker. The coworker said, "You put in $600 a year, you don't pay taxes on it when you retire." The 22-year-old said, "I'm not thinking about retiring." He walked away. That was the moment. That small, forgettable moment in a break room in Ohio that would quietly cost him over $400,000. That number sounds impossible. It isn't. It's just math. And the math is the most unsettling part of this entire story. Here's what the math actually does. Money invested in a Roth IRA grows inside the account. Dividends, interest, market returns, all of it compounds on itself year after year. Normally, every time an investment grows, the government eventually wants its share. But inside a Roth IRA, that growth is invisible to the IRS. It accumulates untouched. Then, after age 59 and a half, it can be withdrawn completely tax-free. Every dollar, every gain, every compound return from every year it sat and grew. The man from Ohio retired at 64. He had a 401k, he had some savings, he had Social Security. He was not destitute, but every year he pulled money from his 401k, he paid taxes on it, 15%, sometimes 20%. The money he needed to live on, taxed. The money he saved his whole working life, taxed again on the way out. He looked at his statements and felt like something was being taken from him. He was right. Something was. Meanwhile, a woman in the same city opened a Roth IRA at 24. She put in the maximum contribution. Back then, it was $2,000 a year. She didn't think about it much. She set up automatic contributions. She kept working, kept living her life. She forgot about it the way people forget about things that aren't urgent. Years passed. The account grew. She didn't check it obsessively. There was nothing dramatic happening, just slow, quiet accumulation. By the time she was 60, she had over $600,000 sitting in that account, tax-free, every single dollar of it. That gap between the man and the woman was not talent, it was not income, it was not even discipline really. It was one decision made or not made before either of them understood what it meant. Now here is where it gets complicated, because a Roth IRA is not available to everyone. There are income limits. In 2025, if a single person earns more than $150,000 a year, the ability to contribute starts to phase out. Above $165,000, it disappears entirely. This sounds like a problem for wealthy people, but it creates a strange irony. The account designed to help regular working people becomes unavailable exactly when a person starts earning enough to feel financially secure. The people who need it most get it, but the window can close faster than expected. There's also a contribution limit. In 2025, the maximum is $7,000 a year, $7,500 if someone is over 50. That ceiling matters because the strategy only works if contributions happen consistently, early, and repeatedly. 1 year of missed contributions is compounding that never happens. That's money that doesn't exist in 30 years, not because it was spent, but because it was never planted. The account is opened at a brokerage, Fidelity, Schwab, Vanguard. The process takes about 15 minutes. There is a form, there is a linked bank account, there is a choice of what to invest in. And this is where many people silently make their second mistake. They open the account, They fund it, and then they leave the money sitting in cash inside the account, confused about what happens next. The account itself does nothing. It's a container. What goes inside the container is what grows. Index funds, ETFs, low-cost investments that track the market over time. Without that step, the Roth IRA is just a labeled box with money in it, earning almost nothing. There was a man who opened a Roth IRA in 2009. He was proud of himself. He told his brother about it at Thanksgiving. "I opened one of those Roth things," he said. His brother nodded, vaguely impressed. For 11 years, the man left $11,000 sitting in a money market fund inside the account, earning less than 1% annually. In 2020, he finally looked at it closely. The account had grown to about $12,000. He pulled up a compound interest calculator. He entered the numbers, what it would have been if he'd invested in an S&P 500 index fund in 2009 instead. The number on the screen was over $58,000. He sat with that for a long time. The difference between those two numbers, $12,000 and $58,000, was not a missed payment. It was a misunderstood detail. The account was open. The money was there. He had done almost everything right. Almost. The Roth IRA has one more feature that gets mentioned last usually because it sounds too good and people stop believing when things sound too good. Contributions, not earnings but the original dollars put in, can be withdrawn at any time, for any reason, without penalty. No tax, no fine, no waiting until retirement. This makes the account not just a retirement vehicle, but a kind of emergency backstop. The growth stays in and compounds, but if disaster comes, a job loss, a medical crisis, something no one planned for, the contributions are accessible. They were already taxed. The government already got its piece. It has no further claim. This one feature changes the psychological math for a lot of people. The usual hesitation around retirement accounts is the fear of locking money away, of not being able to reach it when needed. The Roth IRA is not locked. It's flexible in a way most people never realize until they read the fine print, which most people never do. And that is the thread that runs through all of this. Not greed, not complexity, not some grand conspiracy to keep ordinary people from building wealth, just information. Specific, unsexy, technical information that sits in plain sight inside a tax code that nobody reads, inside accounts that take 15 minutes to open, inside rules that favor patience over income, consistency over intelligence, and time over almost everything else. The 22-year-old in Ohio is 49 now. He started a Roth IRA 4 years ago. He contributes the maximum. The account is growing. He will be fine. Better than fine eventually. But he knows what the calculator shows when he runs the numbers from 1998 forward. He knows what the account would hold right now if that break room conversation had gone differently. He doesn't talk about it much. Some numbers are too quiet to say out loud.